fucking welcome to the Macho Show. Sorry, I forgot what show we were on. Okay.
Oh yeah!
I'm out of Medusa. That is some dude. I don't know what he's doing here. Who are you?
I'm your stalker. We've known each other for like 5 years.
Oh, right. See, I thought I changed my IP address. You just you keep following me.
If a restraining order is not going to stop me, then finding your IP address is a cinch. I went to college for networking. I know more about computers than you do.
All right. I got you. Okay, well, anyways, welcome to the Macho Show. Yeah, that's actually Mad Cat. Don't worry, I'm not in any danger yet. But yeah, today we are talking about some shit. It is the 10th episode. Yeah, we did 10 of these consecutively. Yeah, we are a man. A man. But yeah, so I'm actually quite surprised that we were able to do 10 shows in a row of the Macho Show at almost 8 o'clock every time. Oh, Ryan himself in the chat says hello. Hello, Ryan. Don't forget to hit the like button and then subscribe. Yes, Ryan himself, not some imposter Ryan.
Well,
yeah.
I want to stress this out to everyone because we sent an email to Mercedes Carrera to be on this show, and she never.
Well, no, we didn't give that much. What the fuck am I trying to say? Notice in advance. Sorry. My brain is not fucking working right now. But no, she's welcome on anytime if she actually does want to come on. But today we're gonna talk about sex and stuff like we usually do. Because last week had more cleavage. I wonder what we'll get today to compensate. That's funny. See, this works if like I'm, if this thing stays down here, but it always goes back up, and I'm just gonna have to like pin it to the bottom of my tits or something. So sorry.
Vanessa,
but anyway,
can you hear me?
Huh? Yeah.
Can you hear me? You just kind of like railroaded me there.
Railroaded you?
Well, I was trying to say something and you just kept talking.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
What I said was, everyone go on Twitter right now and go to Mercedes Carrera's Twitter account and tell her she should be on this show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone in the chat said that it broke out for a second for some reason, but yeah. I did not mean to do that. You look nice without cleavage, no worries. Oh, thanks. Well, I wanted to show off this lovely these lovely gifts that I was sent in the mail today. Thank you, Chris on Twitter. I appreciate you very much. Yes, and this.
I'm trying to screw everyone right now.
Hey, stop screwing everyone. I'm trying to show off my birthday presents. So yeah, my birthday is on the 26th of January. If you want to send me cool stuff like this, you can go to my Amazon wish list. Actually, I'll put a link in the chat because the link in the description is probably broken. So let me make sure that's correct. All right, put that in the chat. And bitch. Okay. Anyways. Whoa. You spooked me. What do you mean I can't fucking send it to people? I will eat your ass. But yeah, my birthday's coming up. If you want to send me anything. God damn it, I'm trying to talk.
Well, now you know how it feels.
Oh my god, your audio cut out. It's not my fault. God, fine. Fucking talk then.
I'm good.
Me too. Oh. Yeah, send me more butt plugs, please.
Okay, so apparently someone in the chat said that she's going to an award show tonight, which is news to me, but it's not like I stock Mercedes or anything. I should, but I don't. So, okay, so that's why she can't be on our sex show. We'll just have to have another sex show with blackjack and hookers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Forget the blackjack.
Yeah, just the hookers. That works. That works fine with me. Oh, hi, Animancer in the chat. And Maddie G and Mr. Misanthropic and Straight Sith Male and Professor Platypus. Everybody. No,
we got Straight Sith Male in our chats?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could have asked quite a few other people to join us, but I've just been like really fucking tired this week. I had overnight shift from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. on Saturday, and that was a little bit tiring. But anyways, let me know when you'd like me to go ahead and send Triggers the chat link. Triggers McNickers is going to be joining us today.
Okay, well, let me give my rant first that I give at the beginning of every show.
Mm-hmm.
Boobies! I love the boobies!
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm good.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think every man here can just agree. Boobies!
I can agree to boobies. If you want to see more boobies, donate to paypal.me/Medusas Oh. Sexy, what is the outfit? It is the dress. The
holy damn. Why are you not my girlfriend? Damn.
All I need now is a freaking like Jessica Rabbit like tight dress and the gloves, and then I can be her. Or a Poison Ivy outfit. Send me that shit. Surrounded by all these mods, I feel like they're gonna beat me with their wrenches. It's okay.
I don't have wrenches. I've got a screwdriver.
You got a wrench in the chat, though. I'm sorry.
Or my personal favorite, my flogger.
That is not a tool. You cannot build a house with that.
Challenge accepted.
Do it. Build a house with the flogger. Oh my god. But yeah, we're gonna pretty much talk about everything sex related, I guess. I mean, we pretty much just talk about that anyways.
But now we're having no shame about it.
Rex says Mercedes. Oh yeah, we already talked about the award show.
Oh, I didn't know, but it's like I didn't get a response back, and I did it like a week ago, and I know it was short notice, but I don't know. Every time I've ever tried to email Mercedes, I've just never gotten a response back from her, and I just don't know what it is, but oh well.
Well, yeah, she usually responds to tweets, right? Instead.
Well, yeah, but she's always saying email her, you know, so it's like it's a catch-22.
Do all the things.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said afterwards, oh, I emailed you about the show.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, it's a tall order. She gets a lot of attention, so getting her on our show, it might take us a few months, but by hell or high water, we will have the boobies!
Well, yeah, I mean, if anybody else wants to come on our show, they're welcome to. I've just, you know, I'm not so good at reaching out to people because I'm a shy lady. Everyone knows that. Well, no, apparently a lot of people don't know that. Apparently people think that because I'm like outgoing on streams that I'm outgoing in real life. No. I am not outgoing at all. I am very, very shy lady until you get to know me. and I'm in a closed room with closed doors, then
Yeah, Vanessa is shy. I mean, like
Yeah.
when I met her first in public, she was a little standoffish from me, and we're good friends. But
well, yeah, I don't like being too close to people.
I mean, when she first looked at me, she's like, "Wow, your dick looks bigger than the pictures." I was like,
Wow.
"Well, if the condom fits."
Someone says, as soon as the doors close, run. Exactly, because they'll fucking eat your soul.
I have no more penis. That's how hard she sucked it.
Oh, Mr. Misanthropic said, get her on episode 30. It'll be episode XXX.
Yeah, okay, XXX.
There
That's
we
awesome.
go. Perfect. So Professor Platypus said, your photos beg to differ. See, I love indirect attention, but then when it comes to like one-on-one like interaction, I'm just like oh, like even with messages. So even if I don't like respond to your message on Twitter right away, just like tweet at me and be like, bitch, hello. Ring ring. Oh, bad news for you, I have no soul. Redhead. Are you a redhead? I mean, I am now too, so yay. We're in the same boat. No one knows where the nose goes when the doors close. I know where it goes. Oh. Triggers, I sent you the link on Discord if you are available.
So let's talk about sex, and let's start with the giant dildo in the Pumbaa's mouth in the room.
No, you're not supposed to fucking point it out. You're supposed to let them figure it out. God,
They're
you're
too
the worst.
stupid to figure it out. They have your tits to look at. They expect them to notice anything at all when those things are in our face?
I mean, they're barely there. Come on.
Aha, but it's the illusion of nudity that's far more attractive than actual nudity. Why do you think so many guys like figure skating?
Fine. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. I was like, shit.
I don't appreciate being barked at, but okay.
Oh my goodness. Is there a puppo? Well, obviously, unless you have like a fucking like robot dog or something. I was like, shit.
I'm sorry, but no one was noticing the dildo. It's just so funny to me that everyone is looking at Bruce Lee in the background, but they don't notice the dildo. You people disappoint me. You sicken me.
Stop saying dildo so much. Oh God, Pumbaa, no. That's funny. Oh fuck. I got the link to work. Yay!
Put on a shirt and stick my dick in Pumbaa's mouth.
Join my Discord. Animancer put the link in the chat. It is wait, is that Derp? No, that's not Derp barking. That was Trigger's dog. But yeah, join my Discord because
would you please shut the hell up?
No, this is my show. I will not shut the hell up. Oh, this fucking headset is hurting my brain. Like really bad.
I feel like on behalf of all men everywhere, what brain?
Hey, I'm a redhead, not a blonde anymore. Fuck you.
You got me there.
Cheers!
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was my dog, Winston. He gets a little nervous.
I love puppers. What kind of dog is he?
Sweetie, what kind of dog is he? I don't know my breeds.
Chihuahua Terrier Mix.
What's that?
Chihuahua Terrier Mix.
Chihuahua Terrier Mix?
I have a Chihuahua mix too.
I have a Chihuahua mix too.
Yay! We all have Chihuahua mixes. Chihuahua party.
Chihuahua mix, which sounds like you took a Chihuahua and mixed it with Chex Mix.
on my fucking back. Delicious chihuahuas.
Chihuahua mix. Made from real chihuahua.
My God. So how are you doing tonight, Mr. Triggers? Or no, Mr. McNickers, sorry.
That's Mr. McNickers to you. No, I'm doing fine. It was kind of a busy day. Worked hard and had to go to the ER because Craig had a little bit of a complication, but everything's fine. So
oh no.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait, is Craig your dog or is that someone else? Sorry.
Craig is my special studio helper. He's the one that has a special guest voice from time to time on the episodes. Yeah.
Well, I hope that he gets well soon.
Oh yeah, he is. They checked him out. Good. It wasn't as bad as they feared it could have been. So yeah, he's fine.
That's always nice.
Did he get his testicles checked? Just grab them and talk.
How about the prostate? Did he check that? Oh. Yeah, I didn't actually have to work today for some reason. I don't usually get days off because I'm like the photographer or whatever, but today I didn't have work scheduled for some reason. I was like, okay, cool.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm usually working every day now. That's
what do you do?
What do I do? Right now, I'm a mill rat, basically. I get paid really good money to work in a sweaty dungeon intimately around industrial waste. Probably shaving years off my life, but it's a steady paycheck and it's it pays well.
There you go.
Before I started getting involved with my beloved Betty Booty Cakes, I was pretty much relying on doing freelance writing for a while, and that kind of line of work isn't a steady income. In fact, it's a feast or famine sometimes. And
I just got a freelance writing gig this week.
Congratulations if you can get them, but you got some publishing companies that are so arrogant they think that just by publishing your article for free, for the publicity is just honoring enough. It's like, you cocksucker, I just spent several hours on this one piece, or several days sometimes. You're not going to pay me a damn dime. Yeah, fuck you.
I'll wait till you're done because I will have a comment towards all of that. So,
sure, go ahead.
Well, I got extremely lucky. Like about 2 years ago, I just put up an ad on one of these sites for freelance writing. Within 48 hours, I landed my one and only client. And I got extremely lucky because he wants me to write 20 books for him. So, but you're right. It's not steady work because I haven't heard from this guy in over a year. And out of the blue, he contacted me. It's like, okay, I want you to write another book for me. And it's like, really? You didn't contact me for a whole entire year, and now you want me to work for you again? It's like, I almost wanted to say, screw you, because my time's worth more than that, but it's not. I'm desperate for money, so I just took the job, and it's going to pay well. But you're talking about these big publishers, and I actually got into this issue, which I'm going to post on my other channel in my review of DDP's newest book, Positively Unstoppable, which I think is a really good book. I'm not trying to plug it right now, but I only gave it 4 stars. And the reason I gave it 4 stars is actually because of the arrogant publishing house. Because when they went to publish this book, they probably told DDP, give us a Word document with how you want it to be. And then they uploaded it to Amazon's Create Space, which is now KDP Publishing. And then it's like, hey, do you want to make this into a ebook? And they're like, yes. And so they just use the same exact document. And it's like, I actually go through there and hand code my own ebooks. And this company did it. And I told the people for DDP's company, like, you need to polish this up, because there's no way anyone should pay $13 for a book that's not at its absolute finest. And they're like, well, the publishing company doesn't want to make any changes since it's already in stores. I'm like, screw that. You got to go. And it's like, that's the publishing company you have? If a customer came to me for one of the books that I published for him and said, hey, there's something wrong with the ebook, can you fix it? I'm like, hell yes, I can fix it. It would be easy. So that got me really pissed off. It's like, you went to a big publishing house and they can't make a change on a fucking ebook? Printed book, I understand, but a fucking ebook? God, you got ripped off.
There's a lot of legal ramifications involved in that. That's why, yeah, you have to go through a lot of red tape just to make any slight modification. Yeah, it's best to be completely independent, and with the magic of the internet, you can do that now if you can actually attract attention yourself. But yeah, if you really want to make money, the best ventures to go down would be to either become a ghostwriter for some kind of politician or celebrity. You know, most of them are morons. Most of them are practically illiterate, and they just need someone to translate their inane ramblings into something articulate. You get no credit for it because you're a ghostwriter, but they pay the best. The second would be erotic fiction. That is huge. But unfortunately, the market right now is saturated with either girl authors or gay male authors. If you're a straight man and you write erotic fiction, the lady readers out there are like piranhas, and they want to go after someone like that, especially if you know how to write. Most of the time, most people, when they write erotic fiction, they think that the extension of it is simply have like a fantasy setting or theme setting, you know, whether it be the macabre, vampire, or fantasy or science fiction. Have a couple of characters. Usually it's a lot of slash shit, like established characters like the Draco Malfoy and the Harry Potter shit that hit the market like over 10 years ago. But what you want to do is not just limit yourself to the theme and the characters plus the mechanics of the sex that's going on. What you want to do is try to dive into the psychology of that. Woman, eat that shit right the fuck up. If you're able to establish the characters in depth, and then every interaction they do, whether it be subtle or just downright hardcore, every mechanic that you describe in there has to be kind of correlate to the personalities of the characters and makes it sound like basically presents the actual sex act itself as part of the communication. And if you know how to write that, you got yourself just a very loyal fan base, and especially if they know that you're, like I said, just a straight man writing the shit. Then you know.
Two things on that. One, I am doing ghostwriting for someone who's a little bit. I wouldn't say he's a full-blown celebrity, but his time is used a lot doing talks around the United States. Like, he's always busy. So yeah, you're kind of right on that one. He doesn't know the first thing about writing a book, but he gives presentations all the time. Second, I actually have erotic fiction, and I use a woman's name. And I'm tempted because I have not shared with anyone in the world what this book is. And I'm like, should I show it on the show? Our sex show, should I show my erotic fiction?
You should never put your real face. Never actually reveal yourself, but let them know that you're a straight man. And if you can actually write it so that there is a deep psychology behind what you write.
There is. I did put a deep psychology in there because the story is about a female captain in a starship who's very lonely because she can't sleep with any of her subordinates. So she sneaks into one of her subordinates' rooms to have sex with herself. And then the male walks in and she becomes a submissive right then and there. So,
but the most important part when incorporating the psychology in erotic fiction is that you got to present in such a way that the female reader knows that you know how women think. That is like one of the biggest aphrodisiacs, I'm telling you. And if you don't give itself a real face, that just compounds the fantasy for the woman. Then they will just fill in the blanks of who you might be. So yeah,
I'll fill in the blanks if you know what I mean.
That then the fan base and the money will start rolling if you use that formula. Yeah. So
I put it out there for the chat. If you want to know what my erotic fiction book is, just say it in the chat that you want to see it, and maybe I'll show it on the show.
So, like, did you like publish it on like Literotica or some shit?
No, it's on Amazon.
Oh, really? Wait, you can publish? Okay.
Yeah, I published a book under the name Mad Cat when I said How to Destroy a Woman Now. I put that under Mad Cat. For the other book, my erotica book, I published that under a completely different name.
Mr. Misanthropic said, I'm very curious about what it is.
Okay, well, that's one. I want 5 men in the chat to say they want to see my book.
Specifically. Fine. My vagina's not good enough.
Well, 1, you're not in the chat, and 2, you're the only woman here, so.
So what? I matter.
Yeah, but I do agree with you on that. And it's so funny to me that we hear this thing called feminist porn, and all it really is psychological shit. Like, oh my god, a guy is doing the dishes. Oh, I want to fuck myself. He's doing the dishes. Oh, he's using the yellow sponge. Yes. Ah!
Good. It took me a second to realize what the fuck you were talking about. Oh my god. Does your erotic novel involve anal sex?
A woman called feminist porn was a man doing house chores.
Did you hear that?
I'm like, really? What'd you say?
Does your erotic novel involve anal sex?
I don't remember. I wrote it like 4 years ago.
Oh, that's funny. If I wrote one, it probably would include that. Actually, technically, I have written erotic stories, not fan fiction, because it's not like anyone except myself. But yeah, I've written about myself. Oh, Medusa, erotic self-fiction. That's what I've written. So if anybody wants to steer
Okay.
let me know. Oh,
it's
God.
not erotic fiction if you write, I want someone to fuck me in the ass.
That's no. It's very, very detailed. Like, I could go on and on and on. Like, I was pretty much just writing it, like trying to like describe like my ideal fantasy. So yeah, Maddie G said I need to see that. See, it's not finished like whatsoever. Like I get to like the sex part, and then
that's because our desires are a bottomless pit. They're never ending.
I mean, like, I see, yeah, once I got to like the sex part, I was just like, okay, like this is like the peak. So, like, what am I gonna do now? Like, have them cuddle? Like, fuck it. Oh. For pointers. Oh, he wants to read it so that he can figure out my secrets. Nope, sorry.
There's not much to Medusa, honestly. I mean, you just strap her down, put a gag in her mouth, and just go to town on her button, if you know what I mean.
My butt?
I said button, but butt too.
Oh.
She does like a little of the anal, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god. A little bit of the anal. How did you know? Oh my god.
Because you tell me this shit all the time. You're like, yeah, Andrew just fucked me in the ass, and it was just so awesome.
He has never done that, so I have not said that. I wish. No.
Thank you for confirming that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got this, so I mean, I don't really. I think I'm good. Oh fuck! Is modern Medusa into BDSM? It's like kind of. I'm into some stuff, but not like everything. Like, so I think some stuff is sexy, and then other stuff is just like erotic. I guess like I like rough sex, but then
Well,
like hang
let,
from the
let,
ceiling.
let me stop you right there. BDSM and sex are completely two different things. A lot of people
Okay,
conflate
well,
them
no, I'm
as one
not into the
another.
non-sexual part of it.
No. There's no such thing as non-sexual BDSM. There's BDSM, and then there's sex. And people
makes no
conflate the
sense.
two all the time, but they are two separate things.
See, this is why I have.
Not when I'm in bondage.
This is what I have an issue with that. I've actually been to many of these fetish parties in my younger years, and I've noticed that they would have these parties where they would just involve themselves into certain things like rope play and whips and all sorts of other kinky shit, but there was no sex going on. And I was just sitting there thinking to myself, this reminds me of someone said, hey, come on over, we're going to have a smorgasbord. And you show up and there's nothing but a table full of condiments. I'm like, well, what the fuck is this shit? Basically, if a fetish party with no sex and it's just all play, it's like, yeah, it's like a buffet with just condiments. It's like, doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
That is true. In fact, whenever I went to BDSM parties, which I was like going to twice a month, I was the only person there having sex. And everyone's like, I just don't want people to watch me have sex. I'm like, fuck that. I want as many people watching me have sex.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. But well, see,
fact,
I
would love it if all of you right now watched me have sex, but YouTube won't let me.
I like to have sex with people around without them knowing.
The stealth voyeur. You're aroused by the idea of possibly getting caught. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why I don't do anything like extremely risky. Mostly at night. Well, no, only at night.
I once played with a woman while she was driving on a freeway in the middle of the night. I got her
in the
naked.
car is a completely different story. Like, I've given Roadhead plenty of
she was driving and I was trying to give her an orgasm, so come on, that's a little daring, right?
Yeah, see, I've tried that, but I think if I actually got to the orgasm part, I might die. Because I recently got a video of me orgasming and like the faces I made.
I would pay to see that. I want to see your orgasm.
I know you would. I'm sure a lot of other people would too. But
okay, let's start a fund right now. Let's pay to see her orgasm face. Like everyone kick in $10. If we get $1,000, she'll show us her O face.
No, I'm not posting it anywhere. I'm never posting nudes anywhere. Ever.
I didn't say nudes. I said your O face.
Okay, but what, you want me to just crop it out with like not have my vagina in the picture? Like,
well, I would prefer the vagina in the picture, but I'm willing to compromise and just say, okay, crop it out. I'll just see your O face.
I don't even remember what we were talking about before that. I had something else to say, but I forget now.
Well, we're talking about BDSM.
Yeah, see, I never even fucking responded. So, I mean, when people say BDSM, normally they just mean kinky sex. So I understand that it means other things, but when normal, like, people that don't know about that say it, they're usually asking if, like, you're just kinky. So yes, I'm kinky.
People are morons.
I don't care. Yes, I'm kinky. I don't really. I'm not into. I don't know. Like people say that. I don't get it. I don't get how it's not sexual. Everything is sexual to me. So I guess I'm not.
Let me translate for everyone at home. Yes, she's kinky, but no, you will never see her being kinky.
What do you mean? What? That's not the question.
You said you don't want anyone watching you have sex. So I'm saying no one will ever see you have sex.
You don't know that.
Whatever BDSM stands for, oh my God, we live in the age of the internet and someone doesn't know what BDSM stands for.
I know sadism and masochism. Well, I am a masochist, so.
A masochist?
Yeah? Huh?
I'm a masochist too.
But I like it.
Masochist.
I only like it during sex, so I wouldn't like it in a non-sexual, like, environment.
Well, see, I'm a sadomasochist.
I don't really like hurting people that much. I don't know.
Well, if you look at it as just hurting people, then yeah, it sounds very evil. But I mean, true sadomasochism within the context of BDSM is actually really beautiful.
What? Hang on. Animancer said it stands for Bad Dragon Smoothie Machine. I would say Semen Machine, though.
Actually, that should be a brand of smoothie machine. Bad Dragon.
See, I don't know. They might get in trouble with the dildo company. But yeah, no, I like being dominated. Bondage, the bondage part is like a fashion statement for me, so I guess that yes, I don't know.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean that it's a fashion statement?
Like, I like how it looks. Like, it doesn't turn me on to be in ropes or to be restrained, but I like the way some of the patterns of the ropes look when girls put them on their bodies.
I've done that a few times with girls. It's actually a lot of fun doing shibari.
Well, yeah.
It's hard
but
to
I don't
find
like.
partners,
Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind if I was like tied up in a position where I could be ravaged, but I wouldn't want to be in it for like too long. I guess.
I love Mr. on there. Bondage. The only reason I'm glad I was a Boy Scout. Hell yeah!
Oh my god.
You got the BDSM badge in the Boy Scouts.
I do have bondage ropes in my Amazon wish list if anybody
bondage ropes? How about just regular ropes? I can get that at
they're nylon ropes, okay? Gosh.
Well, nylon's a little tricky to work with. But the worst the worst rope to work with when it comes to bondage is silk. Because it has no teeth, so to try to get it into intricate designs is hell of hard.
Yeah.
But it feels so nice against the skin. I think I made a girl a pair of rope panties out of silk rope. So, Triggers, you're very silent right now. I hate to think I'm talking over you.
No. No, I'm still here. I was just listening.
Oh, so you're in your bunk right now?
I'm just enjoying my tobacco pipe and my my scotch. That's all.
Bubble, say hello.
Are we busting out the dogs? Because I can go get mine. She can't hear anything I'm saying. Hey, Medusa, I want to suck your titties. See, she can't hear anything.
You're saying because I didn't want to wear the headphones anymore. Thank you very much.
Oh, fuck. She can't hear us. Shit.
But yeah, as far as BDSM goes, bondage, domination, yeah, sadism, masochism, yes. So like, kind of.
I would like to say that most women like to be dominated. But the fact is that just because they like to be dominated doesn't mean that they like to go to the extreme that basically defines BDSM. You know, it's just like they like to be overpowered and sometimes be directed or have the man at least initiate, even the most subtle of ways. Yeah. So.
Very
but
true.
The other thing to remember also, there's a lot of misconceptions about it. Like if a girl likes to be beaten, that she, has severe psychological problems. No, that's not true at all. There's a lot of reasons why people get into this, but there is a high level of safety being implemented, and more often than not, people talk ahead of time about what it is that they want. And a top or a dom has her safety in mind at all times. He is paying attention to everything about her and will stop a scene if there's any problems at all. It's not like she is a complete slave to whatever he wants. In some ways, she's more in control of what's going on to her than the dom is.
Well, yeah, the best dom or the best dominating partner would be the one who actually reads the sub, knows what he or she wants, and then initiate the acts that she desired. It's basically a dance. You lead the dance, but you know how she wants to dance. You just have to read your partner and respond in kind. She's dominating by basically, she's the one that's initiating what desires she wants. You're just acting out in the ritual that you're making the initiation happen, but you're just serving what she wants. So, yeah.
And if it's a really good dynamic, you don't need a safe word.
But, that would basically describe most traditional heterosexual relationships, really, for the most part. Yeah.
It's true.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I've been in multiple, levels of, I wouldn't say necessarily domination, but just I don't know, the way that we would act in a relationship. It's I could be anywhere from a kind of a switch kind of thing where we're both kind of a little bit dominant, or I could also be completely fucking helpless and they do whatever they want with me. So it's it really depends on the person, and you have to try different things to figure out what how you're
Well, the one thing that I don't like about the BDSM world is I'm a switch. I love playing both roles. I prefer domination over submission, but I can easily be submissive at the drop of a hat. But there are a lot of a-holes or personality type doms out there. Is oh, there's no such thing as being a switch. Either you're a dom or you're a sub. And it's screw you, man. This is supposed to be a group that's open-minded, and yet you have such closed-minded views. So it's the only aspect of the BDSM world I don't like.
I'm 100% alpha, domineering. However, I'm a gentleman about it. I'm not passive about it. I'm not unsure of myself. I'm always confident, and I always take control of the situation. But I'm very subtle and gentle, but very firm, very direct. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what a good dom is.
There's a lot of people who try to come into it and thinking oh, I'm going to dominate this person. She's going to do whatever I say. And it's yeah, you're going to get into trouble.
Yeah, but, that I apply that not to whatever kind of S&M play. Just straight up fucking. That's my personality. So it's yeah.
Right.
I mean, I call them a-hole doms, but most people would just call them alphas. But I just think they're assholes, in all honesty, because they think that they're God's gift to women and they can do no wrong. And it's a good dom, they're firm, they're tough, they'll take a woman to new heights, but they're also compassionate.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
I don't like people that just treat there are significant others like shit, you know, no matter
Yeah.
what gender.
Yeah, I'm not into that bullshit. The fact is, it's like there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, to me, a real man, a mature man, he's confident in what he does, but he has to be at least humble to know what to do. You know, there's a
Yeah.
job to be done, son, and you got to do it the right fucking way. That's how you build a reputation of being a decent person, deserving respect. You know, so you just don't, because you're dominant, you don't just take advantage of the situation
Yeah.
and feel entitled to that. That's fucked up. Fuck that.
Right.
That's a little boy shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You should be, I mean, there's also a difference between like, you know, just being an immature asshole and like actually being psychotic as well. So like if you see warning signs, just
And then
saying, you know, be
there's-
careful in that area.
And then there's Christian Grey, who's a fucking rapist.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that too. I mean, see, I personally wouldn't really care that much if someone didn't listen to my safe word, but that's just me. I'm a fucked up individual. Oh.
Here's my theory about female psychology when it comes to domineering men. The fact is that I think the number one attraction is a man who will go to any lengths to reveal his passion, because the more he reveals his passion, the more the woman feels wanted, desired, and beautiful. So it's a boost to her ego the more you express the passion. Now, woman may differ to how that passion is expressed, but that, I think, is the meat and potatoes.
Mm.
So-
Well, OK Cupid
Make me
about
hungry.
10 years ago did a study on their members and found that a large percentage of women have rape fantasies. And I think that pretty much goes to what you're saying. It's this issue of being desired so much that someone would violate them. And that turns them on so much. Not saying they actually want to be raped, but they fantasize about someone just ravaging them. Medusa.
Uh-huh. I'm a furry now, guys. Don't mind me. But yeah, no, that's my that's one of my major, like, basically my number one fetish, I guess, next to
Being raped? Okay,
Yeah.
everyone, $10, and if we get 1,000, we'll rape Medusa.
Oh my god. See, stuff like that. Too far.
Actually, Medusa, you're not alone. They actually did studies, and they found out that the number one genre of porn that women look up are actually either rape or violent porn, fem-sub porn. And that the theories are, there's many theories going around, but I think the best one is that in the last 40 or 50 years, our culture is becoming more and more feminized. And as a result, masculine is being pushed out the fucking window. And women are craving masculinity. And so now it's coming out into this overcompensation where they're just desiring like fucking Orokai beasts because they're not going to get an everyday life.
That is a very good point. Like, just in general, like women normally, like these days, go for fucking macho men, and men go for fucking slutty, superficial girls.
Hey, that's the name of our show.
macho man.
Well, we can't really go macho man and use the YMCA or the village people. But
It's okay. I can pretend to sing it.
that study that you're referencing, I think the results were skewed about the violent porn because I just kept looking at violent porn a lot. So I think they were tracking me. So
Oh yeah, you identify as a woman.
sure, why not? Hey, when I'm online, you know how many guys will easily give it up if you suggest you're a woman?
Can I tell you something really interesting? Well, I thought it was interesting, but it was hilarious. The other day, like, I don't know, I went to Pornhub and I was looking for a video, and I was like, damn, I can't find this fucking video. Like, I know I'm friends with this person. I need to find this video. And then someone sent me a link to it. I was like, oh, thanks. And then I open it and I'm like, okay, you know, this isn't really doing it for me. I think I'm gonna look up something else. So I look up like anal cream pies or something. All that came up, the only thing that came up was gay results. And I was like, what's happening? And I tried like, you know, refreshing, going back and searching again. I was like, why can't I find
I got an answer for that. On Pornhub, they actually separate their videos into three major categories.
Different websites.
Yeah, they got male, female, and female. It's actually
once you go over to the gay part, you can't go back.
You have to refresh, and you have to refresh, click straight, and then refresh it again. Because that accidentally happened to me before, and I was looking something up like, why is it all dudes? What the fuck's going on here?
That's so funny. Yeah, I was just looking. I was looking at a solo dude, and apparently that was like in the gay area. And I was
You're looking up a solo dude giving himself an anal cream pie. Damn, that must have been a long dick.
Actually. Someone said, you have Pornhub friends? Yes. Donate if you want to be my friend because I have videos on there.
I know. I actually saw your videos. I discovered them by accident.
Up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're exclusive.
My beloved Betty says that she's the one that showed me the videos. It's like, oh look, Mono Medusa has them. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Your woman is awesome.
She thinks you're gorgeous.
Oh,
you should send her some titty shots, Medusa.
What?
You should show her some titty shots. Like take some personal photos of your titties.
Yeah, I'll just send some through your triggers. Pass them on. Oh. Yeah, someone said, who's the third person here? That's Triggers McNickers. You should subscribe to him because he's awesome. If you haven't seen his freaking shit, if you haven't, what? Why are you here? Racist. Not there.
And his name sounds racist. How cool is that?
No, it doesn't. I never even thought of that until you guys brought it up. Oh my god.
Actually, everyone always mistakes my name for Triggers McNiggers. In fact, I ran into
it's okay.
I ran into, is it Bunty King?
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought that my name was Triggers McNiggers. I said, no, Knickers, for fuck's sake.
That's fucking awesome. Oh my god. Like, man, what? Why you got such a racist name, bro?
His name is about girls' panties, not some black dude.
Oh yeah. Actually, where did you come up with your name? Did you just kind of...
Well, I was looking for a cutesy puppet name, and at the time it was about trigger warnings and whatnot, and I thought, oh, that rhymes, and it goes with, well, that really triggers my knickers, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go with it.
I've never heard that. That's actually fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it just came to my mind.
That's awesome. But yeah, I just realized I need some socks. Like these remind me of those socks that are just white and then they have the black stripes.
Oh,
red stripes, whatever. I need
the 70s champion tube socks. The 70s championship, champion tube socks from the 70s. I know what you're talking about.
I have some on my wish list, so get them for me.
Dude, you could just go to like Ross or something and spend $1 for socks like that.
Donate so I can go get I would rather spend that on food, thank you. But
well, you can get a lot of ramen for $1, so I understand.
Ugh, I'm so sick of ramen.
So am I. If I never eat ramen and pizza for the rest of my life, I die a happy man.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Kermit was showing the twerk contest winner some love. Hey, Mr. Stone Monkey. Yeah, anybody, apparently, some people noticed me from Ghastlies. If you haven't seen his stream, his New Year's stream where I judge a twerk contest and then basically become the twerk contest and lead USA to victory, you should definitely check that out. It's entertaining. Why the fuck did you just womp womp?
No, this is the sound I wanted.
That's another womp womp. Those are both womp womps.
Well, no, one is a womp womp, and the other is the fail sound on the Price
is Right. You gave it a Bob Barker.
Oh.
No, the Bob Barker treatment is when you chop off the testicles of a dog.
Oh my god, no. Don't do that. Well, actually, no. I'm going to do that very soon. So Derp, he's gonna get his balls chopped off on the 23rd. Oh, but someone in the chat said, "Tell us the secrets of flirting with the ladies." It's funny that you think that I know how to flirt with women.
Okay, the best way to flirt with women is to let them know you can walk away at any time. You don't need them; they need you.
The first rule about flirting with women is this: know that she's interested in you flirting with her. You just got to read her, because she will put out a signal whether or not she finds you attractive. If she doesn't put out the signal, don't bother. All you got to do is offend her. That's the first thing you got to do. Read her signal.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. If someone is not that into you, don't try to keep pursuing it, because it's just gonna end up badly. No offense.
Honestly, guys, if you pursue a girl who's not interested in you, you ruin it for the rest of us, because it's like, then she gets this perception like, oh, all these men want to rape me because they can't get a hint that I'm not interested. It's like, if a bitch is not interested in you, give her the finger and walk off. Honestly, have some self-dignity.
Yeah. If a girl isn't all about you and, like, you know, I mean, it's cool if they're, like, you know, playing it cool or whatever, like not being super into you at first or whatever. But if they're at least showing some kind of reciprocation that they're interested in your company, then, you know, that's something. So if, you know, I think that, you know, it's just a matter of meeting the right person in the right place at the right time, because if you, and that even could potentially be online, you know, not necessarily in person. But, you know, it all really depends on your chemistry and how you, how they react. So just, you need to, if you haven't like experienced a lot of rejection or just not been with a lot of women, you need to go out there and, like, you know, figure out exactly what women like about you. I guess
I've experienced a lot of rejection, and the one thing I've learned is what women don't want.
Yeah. Oh, come on. No. It's, well, no, see, people enjoy intelligent conversation with you, and then once they stop giving a shit about everything else, then they enjoy your company very much. So, you know, I the first thing that I heard from you was your voice, and I didn't see what you looked like at all. And, you know, so that's how I met a lot of people online, and I enjoy their company very much. So
yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how we got together, because it's like suddenly there's this hot woman who won't leave, and I'm like, well, if she's going to stay, we might as well make a show out of it.
I kind of wonder what trail led me to your videos, because I definitely, like, stumbled upon it randomly, or maybe I no, actually I think you might have found me when you I think you said you searched women against feminism.
Yeah, I did find a video of yours first, and I'm like, oh, you're really great on this. You should come on my show sometime. And you're like, sure, why not? And I'm like, oh, okay. So, because I was in this kick where I just like bringing on a guest and talking. So I was always looking for new talent, and a lot of a couple of people who got big in this community, I had brought them on my show before they were big. So I'm like girls' lucky charm. Like, if they come on my show, they get big. So, you know, has nothing to do with their tits. So,
yep, nothing to do with my tits whatsoever. Oh.
I learned about modern Medusa's existence through Feminist Flow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that guy. Is he still making videos?
I haven't heard from him in 2 years.
Yeah, dude. He kind of like disappeared a little bit. But
Yeah.
I heard he's doing good. The last time I talked to him, he was doing well. So
Yeah. Good. All power to him.
yeah, he's a nice dude.
Yeah.
We me and him talked for I don't know, a couple months. He did an interview with me. His I don't remember what it was. He had like a series where he interviewed, you know, people and that were like anti-feminists, and yeah, he did one on me, and that was a lot of fun. So check that out if you don't know, if you haven't seen that one. But
well, apparently someone came for the boobs, so I might as well show some nipples since I can get away with nipples.
They don't want the man boobs. Well, actually, I don't know. I can't say for everyone. For social commentary,
where you can get them on YouTube.
Someone said for social commentary videos, I definitely prefer female MRAs. See, I'm the opposite. I very, very much prefer male anything. But like Steven Crowder, people like that, I like listening to them. Other like women, I don't think I've listened to a female YouTuber in a long time. Like the last one I watched like a lot was Sugar Tits and Liberal Lunacy, and that was when I first started YouTube, so it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't think I watch too many women nowadays. I might find like a random one on some random subject, but I don't know. I listen to mostly just dudes talking, so
yeah. I just prefer I prefer male voices, and I also get easily jealous of other women.
Well,
that's not even a lie. Like, I get so fucking jealous when I watch like roaming millennials videos. I'm like, I can't handle this shit. She has so many views. Her fucking production value is fucking awesome. I can't handle it. I can't focus on the topic at hand.
Well, I prefer listening to women. I like women's voices, and it's actually women who inspired me to start doing videos on YouTube, because I used to listen to the Honey Badgers all the time, and the one thing I kept thinking is, okay, but there's a point here that you're not making, and it was like at first I felt like I was the only one really making these points when I first started.
My favorite female YouTuber was Karen Strong since like 2013, 2014. Yeah. And I think you're basically one of the very few female YouTubers I follow.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Oh, her.
That's awesome. Yeah, someone in the chat said Barbara for You to See and Blair White are good female commentators. I like Barbara for You to See, but I'm also very jealous of her because she has a very sexy accent and I just want to fuck her. Same with Blair.
Are you jealous of Blair White? Are you jealous that her penis is bigger than yours?
I want her dick. I want it. No, but I like, it's just like, you know, all of these pretty girl / trans individuals online that talk about this stuff that I love are either straight or in relationships. So even if I meet them in person, it's gonna be like, hi, hug. I want to touch your boobs, but I can't.
Well, speaking of smashing Barbara for You to See.
Oh my god. Hulk smash. Oh god. Oh god, a smash, yo. I just got booted. Uh-oh. I'm gonna make you a moderator so you don't have to deal with that. I apologize. But yeah, Barbara is awesome. I mean, shit. There's so many attractive female YouTubers that I would.
Well, one female that I really liked was In Feminism.
End feminism?
Yeah, In Feminism 2002K or something like that.
I can't remember who they are.
She was like this really short chick. She had. I don't know how to describe her, but she was pretty badass because like she worked in a demolition crew, and they like really liked having her around because she was super small, so she can get into crawl spaces, tear shit down. But she just up and one day disappeared, and no one really had any information. But she's since contacted me, so I have like some contact with her here and there. Then there was Sierra McCord, and I was so sad when she got off of YouTube because she was just so badass. I just loved her, like, no bullshit attitude. Like, she like, no, you stupid little princess. It's just like...
Oh, yeah. Lauren Southern is another one I'd smash. Shoe on Head I would smash.
Oh, did you know that Shoe on Head blocked me?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not a big fan of Shoe on Head.
I made a joke on Twitter, and she blocked me for it.
See, yeah, she's a little touchy. So
I want a three-way with Milo Yiannopoulos and Lauren Southern. That would be like my
Milo Yiannopoulos, goddamn. See, you can have sex with him. I can't because I'm a woman.
He can't have sex with him because he's not black.
Male privilege. Yeah, true. Black male privilege.
Okay. All you have to do is turn off the lights and start sucking his dick and convince him you're a dude.
Okay. Deal.
For some reason, I think Milo is more of the bitch in that dynamic. So,
yeah, he is.
Really? Because I feel.
Oh yeah. You'd be amazed how many powerful men are really submissive when it comes to sex.
Oh no! Stop making me think dirty thoughts. Oh god.
This is a show about sex. I'm surprised you haven't been.
No. Okay. Cleanse my mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Milo to come on my college campus, if you know what I mean.
I cannot think about Milo being a sub. Okay, that's too much.
Of course he's a sub.
Oh, stop!
Every single time he makes a speech, he's always talking about taking black dick. I don't know how you not know he's a sub.
Oh, God damn it! Ah!
He's always talking about choking the dicks down or sticking them up his ass. I figure that's kind of a bottom roll.
Oh God! Now I'm gonna.
He talks like, "Oh, honey, you just don't know." He's effeminate. Of course, he's the bitch.
I mean, he's not that feminine. I think he's pretty masculine.
I didn't say feminine. I said effeminate.
Okay. I don't know the difference.
The interesting quality about either really sassy she-males or very effeminate gay men is that they seem to have very effeminate tastes and very effeminate mannerisms, but their execution, the way they think, is still very masculine. So they'll present themselves in a very graceful, feminine way, but you can still see the raw masculine power that comes from their XY out of it. It's quite interesting. All my femme gay friends, it's very fascinating to watch how they're able to like blend their masculine and feminine together. Usually, like the feminine perspective with masculine execution. And it's kind of like everything is like a bedazzling show to them, and it's kind of like on the show Orville Bortus. He's like tough and masculine, but he goes on the holodeck and he's now a sex slave to another man. So
whoa,
yeah. There's an episode where Bortus, the big tough male character, is going on the holodeck having sex with men, and it's like, oh, I'm a prisoner. You should have your way with me.
Oh my god. That sounds like the episode of South Park where fucking chef turned into a pedophile.
I thought
Or
that
got
was his whole
brainwashed.
character.
Huh?
I thought that was his whole character being a pedophile.
Oh my god, no. Oh. So what's the weirdest porn you've ever seen?
I'll have to
Weirdest-
think about that. I've seen a lot of stuff.
Weirdest porn we've seen or weirdest porn we fap to? There's a difference.
Yeah, there you go.
See, I haven't really masturbated to a lot of porn, so let's start with that.
I got it. I've got the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Pterodactyl porn.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that. I've seen some of that. It kind of reminds me of the ET porn.
Dressing up as a pterodactyl. But I'll tell you the porn that I was most weirded out by because of how I saw it. My parents gave me Star Trek porn. I'm like,
what?
I don't want my parents associated with me watching sex.
Hang
That's
on.
just too weird.
What happened?
My parents had a Star Trek porn video on DVD, and my mom gave it to me. It's like,
Why?
oh, I think you'll like this because it's Star Trek, but it's also porn. I'm like, oh,
She
this
actually
is
gave it
uncomfortable.
to you knowing it was porn?
Yeah, because it was Star Trek, and we both really love
Oh my
Star
god.
Trek.
Oh my
But she
god.
Star Trek porn. I was like, I watched it. It was definitely easy, but it's just like all I could keep thinking was, my mother gave me this. My mother gave me this. There was no
Yeah, I mean,
fact
I would.
whatsoever.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking crazy.
I would highly recommend the early 90s classic Edward Penis Hands.
Yeah. I love that one. Yeah, it is a classic. If you haven't
I
seen
laughed, I cried.
it, dude, it's not
And
what
that
you'd
movie
expect
got a
either.
sequel, or the original did not.
It's not what you'd expect at all. Like, you expect to see a guy with like 10 dicks, 5 on each hand. No. It's just one dick per hand.
Yes, I like the bathroom scene where he's penis fisting two girls, one on either side of him. He's trying his hardest to mimic Johnny Depp's role, and he's just like looking back and forth. It's fucking hilarious shit.
God damn it.
And it was that movie that introduced the concept of fisting.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. See, well,
Freddy Krueger porn.
I don't know. I guess there's a difference between like what I masturbate to is very different from what I like watch.
Well,
Oh.
the thing for me is I'm not a voyeur, so I don't get that excited watching porn.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, I might watch a short clip just to get off really quickly, but I don't really like sitting down and watching porn because it's like, eh.
I only
And if I do, it has to be the extreme
for
stuff.
fun. But then if I actually want to like get off, I have to find something like very good to find a really good video. Depending on my mood, it could range from rape porn to let's see, it's usually something involving incest.
I have seen the old silent porns. Going to BDSM parties.
Oh god.
Some of them would just display like porn, and I saw what's considered to be the oldest porn, like it was a French woman laying on a couch, very grainy black and white, and she's just I forget what happened, but it was just so surreal, honestly. It's like, this is what passed for porn.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. I've actually.
There's the Freddy Krueger porn. I need to see that now.
Oh.
I watched Mercedes Carrera incest porn.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I've watched her as a mom, but I mean, it's really hard to find good mom son videos because I mean, a lot of them are so overacted. I just have to mute them.
I find it difficult to find mother-daughter porn.
Really? That comes up way more often for me than like
Well,
mother son porn when I look up MILF.
Mother-daughter is they tried to obscure the fact that they're related, and that's the thing that gets to me. It's like, how do I know these aren't just two random people meeting? They try very hard not to mention an ancestral component to it, so it's like it kind of ruins it for me. But the other thing that ruins it for me is that there's this new thing where they've started saying these are just actors. There's no bad thing actually happening.
Yeah, that's funny.
You just immediately destroyed the immersion for me. I know it's fake. Let me pretend it's real.
Here's the thing: they could never say anything that like insinuates that they're related at all. But if the title says that it is, and they're decent at acting, it's a great fucking video in my opinion. Oh, but before I forget, the weirdest porn I've ever seen, I would say it would have to be either the one where this guy was on a sex swing and another guy was like shoving his amputated knee into his ass. That was pretty crazy.
Whoa.
I don't know if you would count that as porn though.
Well, did you see the news story I posted in the Discord today? That a man and a woman had to go to the ER because his head got stuck in her vagina.
Wait, his what got stuck in her vagina?
His head got stuck in her vagina.
What? How?
Well, first you have to open up the vagina, then you stick your head in there, and then she closes up and can't get out.
Yeah. See, don't.
And yeah, she was a fat chick.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I guess the another weird one would be probably the eels and like octopuses in like Asian women's vaginas. That's always strange.
You know what? I hate Asian porn because they always blur out the vagina. It's like, come on.
Not
I want to see Asian.
most of the time, yeah. Have you seen the ones where like the woman is like really, really huge and the dude is really tiny and she's like sucking his teeny tiny dick? It's so funny.
It's Asian porn. They all have teeny tiny dicks.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they do. Mister says he's seen minion porn from Despicable Me.
That's fucking awful. Why?
I hate the Minions, but I kind of now want to see minion porn.
I mean, sure, why not?
There was another porn that...
Don't post Pornhub links in the chat, even if you have a moderator, or even if you have a wrench, because it just got automatically removed. Oh.
Yeah, we do enough bad stuff on this channel where we almost get blocked. So
you guys can find that shit on your own. Oh, okay. Yeah, just DM it to me. She was trying to show me the Freddy Krueger porn.
But there was one I saw like sitting in a sex shop, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe they did it. It was a Simpsons porn.
I think I've seen that. Oh god. I've seen. Oh, what's the best? Not the. Okay, there's a difference between like animated porn and regular porn. So what's the best animated porn you've ever seen, if you watch any?
I don't know that I do, because it just kind of destroys the immersion for me, because the animated porn tends to go into the impossible, and if I know that it's impossible, I just lose interest immediately.
See, I like tentacles, so that's not a problem for me.
I have an interesting story related to animated porn. When I was 4, I ended up stumbling upon a porn collection of erotic cartoons. And they basically took fairy tale stories and then they incorporated sex into it.
Oh my god.
I remember a Tom Thumb one. I remember a Cinderella one. I've always tried to search for it again, on the internet to see if I can find it again. Like, holy shit, I remember that. But I can only remember bits and clips of it, but like I said, I was fucking 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I just happened to stumble. I was a curious kid, so I was going where I didn't belong, and I was just snooping around and finding this crap. So, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss the internet of old. It was so much easier to find good stuff.
Well, I'd say the best animated clip I've seen. It's not like a full-on thing or whatever, but it's on Newgrounds, and it's like the Teen Titans little animation things. They're really good. There's like one of Raven with the tentacle monster, one of Starfire with the tentacle monster, and then one of Slade with Raven. And I like that one a lot. So if you haven't seen
And
those,
then there was one of Robin with a tentacle monster.
no. I mean, I would enjoy it still, but
And one where Raven was the tentacle monster on Robin.
Yep, probably.
Probably the best animated porn I think I've seen would be La Blue Girl, I think.
La Blue Girl?
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the best hentai animes out there.
Okay. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of hentai, not anymore so much because they're either badly animated, badly voiced, or just have a horrible story. The last one I watched,
badly voiced.
yeah, I think the last one that I watched, like in its entirety, was called Night Nurses, and it's so funny. Oh God! If you've ever heard, it's kind of a meme. So if you've ever heard the like sound clip of someone going, it's like, how can you say you love her if you can't even eat her poop?
What? Oh God, no.
So yeah, that's what that's about.
That is true love.
That is.
Oh
But you know, my favorite porn-related thing. My
What?
favorite porn-related thing is the episode of South Park. I think it was like the Fellowship of the Ring, where I guess Stan's parents got the Lord of the Rings for his son to watch, and they got a porno, but the movies got switched. And I loved it that they like took the film to Token, because Token was supposed to be this high-level wizard or whatever. So he goes and watches it, and they're all doing like Lord of the Rings LARP and whatever. Mm-hmm. And he comes back out. It's like, yeah, I'm done. After watching that. Yeah, and I think the film was like Ass Blasters 9, which was supposed to be the greatest porn ever.
Nope. And it was back. It was Backdoor Sluts 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it was. But the part that I love the most on that was when Stan's parents are talking to Tolkien, and it's like, when a man loves a woman, he likes to insert his penis into her vagina, and that's how they love each other. And he's like, so what does it mean when a woman rubs mayonnaise all over her ass and then pees on 6 guys? And I'm like, damn, dude.
Oh God. Yep. See, I'm food, not so much into food. Like when I first started like doing sex, like I kind of thought it was sexy to like share food with someone, but then like rubbing food on yourself, no. I can't even really do the chocolate and like whipped cream stuff, like unless I just want to do it for fun. But it's like, I don't know, I don't like being sticky.
I'll put some whipped cream on your chocolate, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God. But yeah, I prefer to be I prefer my food to eat my food and then have sex and then eat more food. Oh my God.
You can't have your cake and fuck too.
Brad said I watched the Craig's Mom's Bush episode last night. Great one. Was that? I can't remember what that was about. Is it when someone sees her bush or when they get a picture of the bush? I can't remember.
God, I hate the bush.
I don't have a bush, so I can't relate.
I just don't understand why anyone likes bush, and probably the reason why I hate it so much is like one of the first girls. Actually, she was the first girl I ever went down on. She had hair, like so much hair. But it's like you're a guy, you're supposed to go down on the girl no matter what. And I just kept getting hairballs. Also, after that experience with her, because I didn't taste anything or smell anything, which was kind of a letdown because like, oh, pussy tastes really great. But after that, I couldn't eat fish for like 5 years. Every time I smelled fish, I wanted to puke.
Gross.
Wow.
So girls, douche your pussy.
Douche your pussy. Just use some fucking, like, you know, vagina wash. Like, it's not that hard. Fuck. And fucking, you know, trim at least. If you're not gonna shave, just trim it. It doesn't have to be like that fucking long. Shit.
Well, the worst that I'd ever seen of a girl's bush was in the BDSM community, because we got naked all the time. we were swimming naked all the time. No sex, but lots of nakedness. And there was this one girl who identified as sexually fluid. First time I ever encountered that before all of this really started. But she had never shaved in her entire life. So she just like, it was a forest between her legs.
Oh my god. I told you about the chick that didn't know how to shave her pussy, right? Like we got in the shower together and like I went to shave myself and then she started shaving and she basically, I'll explain it for you. She only shaved like this part, not, you know, the actual like vagina part. So she was like bare, you know, up top and then just like long fucking nasty black hair hanging from her labia. And I was like, that is literally the opposite of what you should be doing.
I mean, I will shave for a girl. I don't shave all the time because it just feels fucking weird. But if I know I'm going to be having sex, I'll get my beard trimmer and just take it all off. I won't use a razor though, but I will like seriously trim it down very short because that's how much I love the ladies.
Yeah, I just thought about it and she basically just like fashioned her pussy a goatee.
Pussy goatee. That is awesome and sick, but awesome.
Like a fucking billy goat. Oh, jeez. Someone said, to be fair, I would be terrified of cutting myself. See, I don't give a fuck. Like, my vagina, like, can deal with it. I'll just, you know, I mean, I go up in all kinds of angles to make sure that I'm, like, nice and soft. I shave my pubes in an arrow pointing down at my dick. Well, that's the way to go. There's Nair for down there. Yeah, I've tried Nair before and it only gives me acne. And doesn't really take away the hair. I don't know, maybe I'm using it wrong, but
I got an interesting story about shaving.
okay.
Back in my early 20s, I was helping with some friends. They were all filmmakers, you know, college filmmakers, and they wanted me to act a part where it required full body, head to toe, liquid latex, because they were making some kind of prosthetic outfit look like a monster. And in order to prevent the liquid latex like getting into my hairs all over, I shaved from head to toe, literally. And it was fine. It was the first time I've been that smooth since I, you know, freshly came out of the womb. But everything was fine. I shaved everything down, put all that shit on me. They filmed it, whatnot. Then within 3 days later, everything around my body was fine. The hair was growing back naturally, but my pubic region, it was just red bumps. Every single hair follicle was a red bump. It looked like I had some kind of gonorrhea, syphilis going on. I said, oh, fuck me. So for like 2 months, I said no. I'm not having sex. I'm not showing anyone this because.
Oh,
I just
was
love the venereal
nightmare.
disease you just named. Ghana, herpa. What
God,
did you say?
the herpalades.
Got a herpaclapsyphilades. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. No, if you shave like the wrong way or don't have enough like soap or water or anything, like anything fucks up, you can have to deal with a very painful situation. So
That's why I use a beard trimmer because I don't want to like use a razor down there. I have
that's why I
before
never
it
go
used
against
to
the grain
smell-
anymore. I used to always go against the grain because I was like, fuck it. I want it to be as smooth as possible. And I'm like, I can't deal with that anymore. Oh, so I just
As long as
go-
I'm not having hair getting in my mouth, I'm good.
right, exactly. Nah. I've been with a couple people who did not shave and it was not that great. Like
Yeah,
every single person who has shaved has smelled, tasted, and looked much better than everyone who has not, in my
I
experience.
agree with that because it's like the hair traps the sweat.
Yeah.
And that just kind of overpowers everything else. So all you're smelling is this disgusting sweat from the vagina.
Gross. So it's the same. It's kind of the same with dudes if they have like an over excess of hair. Because like I know some dudes that like barely grow any hair at all and they're fine and they don't have to trim that often. Other dudes, it's like you can't see their dick if they don't shave or trim at least a little bit.
Guys, I'm just going to say this right now. I think we all know it, but if you're going to have sex, spend some extra time on your dick. Wash that shit.
Well, yeah, you should wash it all the time, anyways. Especially
You should wash it all the time, but come on, guys. Some of us don't just kind of quickly put soap on our body. If you're going to have sex, spend some extra time on the D.
On the D. Well, yeah, I mean, I like to freshen up before I have sex too. Like, even if I've just like slept, like I don't even have to have like gone to work or anything. It's like if I've not showered in a while, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go fucking like freshen up real quick and then boop a doop. There we go. Oh. Am I the only one that washes my junk before sex? No, I'm sure there are many people that wash their junk before sex. But then there's also the times where you just don't really care and you're comfortable enough to have gross sex.
I don't like using washcloth in all honesty because I just find it too rough, which is kind of funny for me.
Same.
I like those little douchey things they have. Just take that.
I need a douche. No, not an actual douche, like one of those
You have me.
squeezy thingies. Like a permanent one for like cleaning toys and stuff.
That reminds me of Robot Chicken when they said that Robot Chicken was willing to sell out, and then there was like Seth Green feminine products, and a woman's like, "This is a douche I can trust."
That's funny. Oh fuck. By the way, anybody who forgot Amazon wishlist, you can get me cute furry things and sexy things and all that good stuff. And
she will take a picture of her using the product, except the socks that I gave her, I still have not received any pictures.
I'll take them tonight, okay? Oh.
Like I said, what I want is you to be topless with the socks covering your tits.
Wait, what? Okay, then. Oh, that sounds interesting. And cheese. Yes, there is cheese on my wish list. Please send me cheese. I love cheese.
Is that why it says Vanessa with cheese?
Yes.
It all makes sense.
No, that's because when I was a child, I was obsessed with cheese and I made a cheese song. I had a cheese party. One day I will have another ball and cheese party and everyone is invited. Oh.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
Extra sharp white cheddar.
Nice.
That's funny because my favorite is medium cheddar. I don't like mild. I don't like sharp. I like medium.
I love sharp cheddar.
Actually, I'm diving into a Welsh cheddar. It's called Collier's. It's extra sharp. And what you got to do is you got to leave it out. It's at room temperature. Then the taste comes out.
Oh fuck! Yeah. I love
just
old
like vagina.
I love Old Croc extra sharp white cheddar. It's so good.
Old Croc is awesome. Yeah.
Oh yes. So Professor Platypus said you have a sufficient quantity of butt plugs. You don't need more from Amazon. There's no more butt plugs on Amazon. Everybody already bought them. So buy me other things.
Buy her some more dildos. She can't have too many of those.
Too many what?
Dildos.
Yeah, exactly. I need lots more dildos. I'm getting at least 3. Thank you so much. The most expensive thing on my Amazon wishlist is a dildo.
How fucking big is that thing?
What now?
How fucking big is that dildo to be that expensive?
It's not that big. It's just from Bad Dragon, and they're fucking overpriced as shit. But they're really nice.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to get you a dildo bat. I'm going to get you a dildo bat.
Okay. But
I think what that's from.
Saints Row.
Yeah, Saints Row. The dildo bat from Saints Row.
Yeah, but
there's bat dildo porn. That's good to know.
Sweet. But someone is gonna send me a Bad Dragon dildo, and I'm so excited because I've wanted one since I wanted a dildo when when I was like a teenager. So yeah, bring on the dildos. Those are on my Amazon wish list, and you can also just send them directly to me. Just DM me, and I'll let you know. Oh, all the dildos. No, seriously, I want like a decent collection. That would be ideal for me. Oh, that would make me very happy. Have you ever heard of a Moby dildo? No, I've not heard of a Moby dildo. It's like a whale dildo.
I'll tell you what. One of my favorite toys to use during impact play was a cooking pan.
Oh, it's a gigantic dildo. Okay, I get it. It's just like a 3-foot long dildo. Oh no! What? It's okay. That's not even a dildo. You can't call that a dildo because it's literally the size of a person.
It's a battering ram.
Stick it in your vagina. It's a dildo.
How much?
Unless it vibrates.
It's $900. If someone sent me a $900 dick, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, "Why didn't you just give me the money?"
I'd be like, "I'm selling this on eBay. I'm going to sell this on eBay for $600."
No, I would dress it up and bring it around. Oh my god. No, it's literally like the size of like my torso. It's fucking gigantic. And like this big around. I do like the dicks, like the oversized dicks that like you can make cum and stuff. I love those. They're fucking awesome. The videos that people make with those are so funny. But yes,
we should have this modern Medusa dildos.
Please send me suggestions for stuff to put on my Amazon wish list. It's so funny. It's 30 pounds. No, 50 pounds. More than 50 pounds.
If anyone is hitting someone with cast iron pans, no, that is a horrible thing to do because that shit can break bones. I was talking about a regular Teflon cooking pan, like a small one. And even then, I wasn't hitting a girl that hard.
Whoa.
But fucking cast iron, no, don't do that.
Damn, bro.
Doesn't anyone use just a bare hand anymore? You whippersnappers.
Right.
Yeah, quite literally a whippersnapper.
See, I got a 12-inch lifelong huge dog. Oh,
you should get a bunny flogger. I think you would like that.
A flogger?
Bunny flogger.
Bunny flogger?
A bunny flogger is basically just fake fur or faux fur. It has long tendrils, so you can be hit with it and it doesn't hurt at all. It actually feels rather nice. But I think you would love a bunny flogger.
I might like take pictures with it, but I wouldn't really do anything with it probably.
You should let me, do an impact placing with you. I think you would really enjoy it. I promise you I can do it where it doesn't hurt.
I would probably laugh. I won't lie.
That's okay. It's a unique experience. You can react any way you want, but I could use this on you and it wouldn't hurt.
I don't care. I am a masochist. I like pain.
Okay.
I don't care if it hurts or not.
This and make you hurt good.
I mean, yeah, I'd rather it hurt than not hurt. Personally.
Okay. I'm just saying that I can go from it not hurting to it hurting so well that you feel it for days.
I mean, I like having bruises and marks and stuff, but it just depends. Like, I feel like I would just rather be hit by a hand, if that makes sense. Like, I prefer people touching me rather than objects. Like, I don't know. Some of the stuff, like some kind of some sex toys are like a little much for me. Like I love butt plugs and stuff because they're like cute. I can take pictures with them, and I mean, they're kind of sexy. I don't know. But then like
someone making nipple clamps. I got nipple clamps right here.
Someone did send me nipple clamps for my birthday. I'm really excited. It's like a choker that's connected to nipple clamps. I'm excited.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah.
But if you really want some punishment, get some alligator clamps.
I want to get some that actually stay on my nipples because like the rubber ones just slip off for me.
So Brad Young talks about knife play. Knife play can be really effective if you know what you're doing. There are a couple of ways that you can make it safe. First off, tape the end of the knife if you're worried about cutting someone, or use the spine of the knife. Also, freeze the knife, because when something cold comes in contact with our skin, especially like a knife, it feels sharper than it actually is. Because in some ways it kind of dulls the part of the skin that it touches. There's a lot of ways that you can make these dangerous activities a lot safer and give the illusion that it's dangerous.
I like to incorporate bazookas.
Bazookas. Fuck
as
yeah.
long as you tape the end of the bazooka.
I actually take one of those 3-foot black mambas and I fire it at her from 100 feet away.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. That's awesome. But
I told the girl I'd go balls deep. She didn't realize what I meant by that.
Oh my god.
Cannonballs, motherfucker!
I'm just gonna add this dildo to my wish list really quick. But yeah. What were we talking about?
Dildos.
I think we're talking about wanting to get me a modern Medusa hentai pillow so I could sleep.
No. See, I really want to get. I added a body pillow and fabric markers, or a body pillow cover and fabric markers to my wish list. So if you want me to make a modern Medusa body pillow, get me that shit.
That's all it takes. You'll get me a modern Medusa body pillow if I get you the materials.
Well, yeah. Well,
okay.
See, what I was gonna do was I was gonna bring it to VidCon and get everybody to sign it to raise money to help me go there. So as like, a
but how does that benefit me at night when I need to hump my pillow?
I can make another one.
Okay.
But I mean, if I just got everyone to sign it and then just gave it to you after raising the money, it'd be like pretty much the same thing. But if someone actually wanted it, I might potentially be able to raise more money. Still.
Brad Young says, Medusa can sew? Cool. It's like, bitch, I can sew.
So
It's not that hard.
What do you mean sew? What are we talking about sewing here? I'm talking about drawing on a pillow. I can sew, but I'm talking about like drawing my.
I guess he presumed
like
that you would
this.
probably do something more to the pillow, like you would sew in stuff, rather than just use markers to design it.
I mean, it's either that, either just drawing on it with the markers, or drawing like a design on the computer and then printing it on it. But I feel like that would be way more expensive. So I already have a body pillow, like a body sized pillow that I can use. So all I need is the cover and then I can draw on it. And I'm thinking of putting. I'm gonna have like me, you know, classic body pillow pose, probably with my snake, just chilling.
I think if I was really going to get you a body pillow to draw me something, I'd want you to do Grimace from the McDonald's commercials. That would help me with some lonely nights.
One?
Yeah, the purple one.
That would be fucking awesome. I would make him sexy as fuck.
Has anyone seen The Secretary, the porno with that?
No.
Oh, wait, is that that?
Go ahead.
Are you talking about the movie with was it Jake Gyllenhaal? I thought it was Jake Gyllenhaal's sister or something like that played in it.
Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, wasn't she in it?
I haven't actually ever seen it. I've heard of it, but I've just never had an interest in it.
I think I saw her a long time ago, but you know,
I don't like watching. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say I don't like watching porn when there's a penis in it. I just want to see boobs and pussy.
See, I prefer the dicks.
I kind of like to see the dicks going in and out of somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I have a dick. I know what a dick looks like. I don't need a reminder of what a dick looks like. I don't see enough vaginas in my life, so that's why I stick just to the lesbian porn. Although, funny enough, I do enjoy the male, female stuff when the men are actually playing with each other. Like there's a guy with a dick into another guy, and a girl is riding the other dick. Not the, oh, there's two guys in the room having sex with one woman, but they never touch each other. It's like, that's just weak sauce there.
You actually, wait a second, you actually think that double penetration when a guy's like double dicking her is just weak sauce? Oh, come on. That's primo shit. If guys
are not interacting with each other, then it's just boring.
It depends for me, because I like it when like it looks like a chick is just being like destroyed and they have like no connection with her whatsoever. But then I also can enjoy like a threesome type scenario where they are intimate with each other. So like it depends on what mood I'm in.
I like the sandwich scenario. So
same. I know exactly what you mean.
Fill both those holes. So yeah.
Yay.
I like the sandwich scenario as well. A guy, a girl, and a guy in the middle.
You're almost there. You're almost.
Oh, don't bring American circumcision on a porn talk. That just brings down the mood.
That's funny. So wait, how would a guy be in the middle of a guy and a girl? Are they... Wait.
Well, one guy's fucking the other guy in the ass, and the other guy has a girl on top of him. It's a sandwich situation.
Wait. A girl on top of him? It would... Wait, it would be much easier if the girl was on bottom and the guy was...
Okay, we could switch it around. We can do it on the side. We can do it standing up. We can do it upside down. Okay. There's a lot of possibilities here.
All right, I'm just making sure. I'm trying to imagine the situation. But yeah, no, I've thought of that too. These are situations that I would like to experience one day.
I should pull out my old BDSM photos and post those.
Oh.
Well, of course, I can't really show anything like people's faces because, you know, I have to respect the community. There's like a level of anonymity that you can't reveal someone else, but there's still some other fun things I have, like all of the toys that I ever got from Goodwill.
Oh my god, I just found the perfect dildo for my birthday. It looks like it's clear and then it has confetti in it. All right, I'm adding that to my wish list right now. Fuck yes.
Do you want to hear? You want to hear an interesting story that involves the double dicking?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So back in my early 20s when I was a big fucking whore, so I had a friend, and we were close friends. And we both had kind of the same taste in women, and we both kind of had the same disposition. And we realized we could actually double our exploits if we actually worked together to seduce the same girl simultaneously.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I wish I knew you. Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, there was a series of me and my friend just tagging the same girl at the same time.
Okay. I see. See, I wish I was a dude that had a dude friend like that, because I would be on that shit.
It doesn't happen too often. You have to have the right kind of frame of mind for that kind of shit that I think most guys just cannot handle. But
True.
I've been in male female threesomes before, but they're just not. I've been in at least one that was really cool, but the rest was just like so tame. It was more of I'll focus on the girl, but I'll suck your dick just to get her. It was just so like not that satisfying.
Yeah, it really depends on like the people and like how much effort everybody wants to put in, and also like the needs of everybody else. For me, it's like I don't personally care if I get off, but I'll like work really hard to make other people get off because that's what helps me get off. But yeah, it really depends on the chick. I've only been in like one dude and two chick scenarios, so yeah.
I still prefer the two chicks, honestly.
I will say from personal experience from having 3 ways with 2 girls is that it can get very complicated if the girls aren't bisexual and into each other, because that requires you to begin to orchestrate the whole scenario where when you're busy with one, you can't go for too long without making the other one bored. So it's like a juggling process, and sometimes it can be a lot of work than it's worth. So.
Well, I was once in a relationship with 2 girls. Both of them were bisexual, and is again in my BDSM days. They were completely separated from each other. They knew about each other, but I tried to orchestrate a threesome, and it went off mostly okay, but it was just kind of the aftermath that my dominant girl, well, my main girl, let's put it that way, she got really jealous. She's like, well, you paid so much more attention to her. It's like, bitch, you were on your period. I couldn't do anything with you, unlike her. I could go down on her. I couldn't go down on you. But she just made such a big deal about how I did this with her. I did that with her. And it's just like, get over yourself. I'm with both of you. I've got to show you both attention. So it's like, you got to also be careful of the girls that you get. Like, if you're in a relationship with them, it just makes it so much worse.
Yeah. Depending on if they're, chill or not. But, yeah, I was going to say, someone in the chat said, don't care if you get off. That's kind of hard to believe. See, that's what, like, I don't understand. Like, I didn't orgasm for the first 21 years of my life. What makes you think I can't wait, like, a few hours. Like I literally did not have an actual orgasm. Like I thought I was having orgasms because I would have like G-spot orgasms, but that's very different from like a full body clitoral orgasm, which I did not have until I was 21. So I much prefer, like, I think I have a blowjob fetish because like it's like my favorite thing to do. Like I would probably suck a dick before I had sex. Actually, no, I do that every time anyways. But I would suck a dick and be happy without having sex.
So someone asked me if I got my Red Wings, and that is fucking sick, man. That's like taking someone's shit and putting it in your mouth.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, son. Sometimes you just gotta go there and complete the mission.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
I thought that you had.
No, I've never gone down on a girl on her period because it's just
good
like,
for you, because that's just gross.
It is gross.
But,
it's just this thing. When you were talking about how you didn't actually experience orgasms till later on in your life, I actually had the opposite experience. I remember experiencing orgasms as young as 9 when I was exploring myself. So I was actually having orgasmic rushes before I actually had the ability to come. Whoa. So yeah, I first started coming at the age of 11, and before then I just had the orgasmic sensations. So
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I started having orgasms when I was about 11.
See, nobody ever everybody always I never even touched myself before someone touched me, and every single person that tried to touch me was going way too hard. Because I have a pussy clit. Like, it is such like the most sensitive motherfucker in the world, and like you have to like tickle it basically for me to be able to orgasm. It's really annoying.
Well, I mean, if you like to have the rough thing, you have to work up to it. You just don't fucking stampede into it like a fucking.
That's what most dudes do. They're just like, I'm supposed to rub this.
Well,
break out the Black & Deckers and start rubbing it with fucking like electric sander or something. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Well, first off, it does depend on the girl. Some you have to go rough right away. Other girls, you got to build up to it.
But see, this
I actually blame on society as a whole that we keep sex such a secret, and there's very little information that gets out. Guys who are starting off with sex, they don't know anything. And there's this expectation from girls that they know precisely what to do. And it's like, I always felt like, and this is a little controversial, but we should have like a sex ed class that tells them the proper techniques of having sex. Maybe when they're 18 years old. I'm not into that pedo shit, but it's just like we need something out there that actually says this is how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be beneficial as like a fucking elective or some shit. I mean, geez. But yeah, I mean, most dudes, they're just like, I need to fuck hard and I need to rub the clit, and that's it, and that'll make her orgasm. And it's like, that's not it. And then some people go too slow. It's like, you know, you have to, I don't know, you just have to find someone who is like a good balance with you, because if you like something that your partner doesn't, then you're gonna have a bad time.
Well, it reminds me of the movie Chasing Amy, and Brody's talking about that he doesn't like to go down on girls. And the lesbians complain. It's like, well, if you say it's a smell, I'm going to punch you. It's like, I don't care about the smell. I care about the fact that girls don't know how to communicate what they want. So I put as much as on the girls. It's like, if there's something you need from the man, don't expect him to have telepathy and know exactly what you want. Let him know what you want.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why girls don't communicate what they want so readily is because essentially they want a man who's be able to read and know what they want. The thing is like all you really need to do is simply to pay attention to what's going on. You need to be observant, every little detail. And you basically have to kind of do subtle approaches and see how she responds. It's all about you paying attention to her that matters the most. And if she was to tell you the play-by-play of what makes her tick, then she feel as if you just simply did what she told you to do rather than actually paying attention to her, which is the most important thing to her emotionally. So the fact is that there's no perfect methodology in how to do it because each girl is different. All you have to do is simply just initiate something, see how it goes. If she's not responding well, change it up. If she's responding well, continue, and then slowly begin to increase the momentum with it. That's it.
No, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But the thing of it is I'm not saying that a girl needs to give a play-by-play, but, you know, the method of communication is maybe, like, if there's something that she likes the guy's doing, she could give a little extra moan. Because I've had a couple of girls that are basically dead fishes. Like,
dude,
just lay there and not really do anything. So I don't know if anything I'm doing is having any sort of effect on her. And that happens more often than people realize, that girls just don't know how to give subtle clues as to what they like when things are happening. So it's a two-way street. Men need to pay attention, but women need to give a little bit more effort in the communication, even if it's just the subtle moans.
Well, there are some girls, their physiology is built so that they actually are paying attention to how the man reacts. So the fact is that there's some girls that are so receptive. When the man, you know, expresses his passion into her and he's getting off and he's having a powerful orgasm, she actually feels his orgasm like she's feeling like it's his is hers. Yeah, so
I've dealt with that issue because one of my biggest problems is I tend not to orgasm during sex. Mostly because I'm wearing a condom because I have to wear those XL condoms, and they don't make like for his pleasure condoms at that size. It's all pretty much thick material. But I would get girls like crying afterwards, like, I didn't make you come. I'm such a horrible person. And then I feel like shit. And it was just like, they put so much of my orgasm on themselves. And I had to like start explaining to women before we have sex. It's like, look, there's a good chance that I'm not going to orgasm during sex. It doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. It just means it didn't happen. And that shit to me is annoying.
That's understandable. I mean, I'm sure it could be frustrating on both ends, but like, chicks, I mean, both dudes and chicks just need to chill their dicks.
That's what I'm saying. You know, a little education goes a long way. Like how to have, like, you know, we talk about microaggressions all the time, but, you know, it's just like micro expressions. That's the thing we should be teaching about, because there's a lot that we can know by the most subtlest expression that a person makes. And it's a way that we communicate with each other that most of us miss because we're not taught about them at all, especially during sex. I mean, that's one of the things that I had to learn being a dom in BDSM, is I had to pay attention to everything. And while the girl would use safe words, there might be a point where she's just not able to talk, and I have to pay attention to her body to know where she's at.
Well, to tell you the truth, I believe that what they should start doing is start teaching young boys how to recognize certain signals. And I'm not just talking about signals during the sex act. I'm talking about signals during the courtship. Because women will give certain signals to... There's three major signals she'll give. So she'll give I'm not interested at all, don't bother trying. Then there is the I am interested, please continue. Or then there is I am not so sure, you could try, but
maybe
try a different angle, try a little harder. But you know, if a boy can be taught these, they're really subtle bodily expressions, and if a boy is taught these things, he can avoid a lot of hassle. You know, avoid being that creepy guy who keeps continuing when she just flat out was not interested at all. It's like, okay, move on. And not to mention that she maybe has been temporarily turned off by certain things he said or whatnot, but you're not completely out of the game, and she'll give a signal to that, sort of like okay, you kind of you did this and it didn't really work for me. You're not completely out of the game yet, so try something different. If the guy was able to read all these signals and understand what they are, he can continue on, and not make himself look like a jackass. You know?
I blame the romance industry because, you know, you see these movies, you see these books, that girls swoon over the guy who's rejected and he's very persistent. In the end, he gets the girl. It's like us guys, that's all we have. It's like, oh, well, if I show constant attention to a girl, even if she rejects me, then I'll get her in the end. And I agree with you, McKnickers, that I love saying that name, by the way, but I agree with you, McKnickers, that, you know, we need to teach about the subtle expressions that people have. You know, I mean, maybe once upon a time, we as humans could pick up on that. But, you know, as much as I love technology, it's also deadened our senses to how other people react in day-to-day life.
Well, you'd be amazed at how much you can actually read and communicate with another person just by a simple glance in their eyes.
I actually do.
You can tell that a woman is approachable within the first second of a glance when there's eye contact going on. And if it's not there, don't even worry about it. And the one thing that guys who are listening, the most important thing you should know is that the best chances of a girl wanting you sexually is not giving a fuck if she doesn't. Sort of like if you don't give a fuck about being rejected, that will increase your confidence, and that's girls love fucking confidence. Bang.
Yeah.
Just don't give a shit.
There's one thing that I do hate when it comes to being with women. And it's, if it's a one-time fling, it's okay. But it's like once you start dating a girl, I've had this happen to me time and time again. It's like when we first start dating, she's happy to suck my dick. But after that, it's like getting her to suck my dick. It's like I have to like perform some secret magical act. Like I have to do the dishes and do this and that, and that maybe she'll suck my dick. And it's a privilege for her to suck my dick. I'm still expected to go down on her. And it's like, I wish I had a girlfriend like Modern Medusa who wants to suck dick so badly. She doesn't care if anything else happens to her. Because I have never
come in here right now and be like, stop your live stream and suck my dick. I'd be like, okay.
Here's a bit of recommendation. The thing is, it's like girls love courtship. They love the ritual of a man going through an elaborate ritual to show that he's interested in her, to show that she is special to him. And the more creative you get, the more spontaneous you get, the more elaborate, the more time it took to basically put out a certain kind of ritual that represents how much you care about her. She will suck your dick. If it starts getting stale, the dating, the courtship doesn't end when you get the girl. When I was young, I made the mistake on just taking advantage, like taking it for granted. Like I already have her, so we're just going to keep doing the routine. And she either got bored or she felt like she wasn't special anymore. So the courtship has to continue. You have to kind of, and you can't wait till like Valentine's Day or other days where you're expected to be romantic. You got to spring this shit on her when she's least expecting it.
Yeah.
So
Well, let me say, McNickers, I mean, I know you don't really know me and all, but I was that romantic guy. I was highly creative in our relationships. And for me, I just think it's because I found all of the wrong girls. My biggest problem was if a girl's interested in me, then I'm automatically interested in her. And I never really sought a girl I thought would be compatible with me. So that's really on me on that case. But I was that romantic guy because I hate routine. I love making big gestures. But it just, the return was, it's a privilege for them to suck my dick and not something that they'll do all the time. But I'm still expected to do everything that they want. And it's just kind of the society that we have that it's just like, it's all one-sided. And that's not what I want. I want complete balance.
Well, yeah, I mean, the feminist culture in the last 30 years has been horrendous. And there's a lot of shit chicks out there that think that just because they have a pussy, that's all they need to attract a man's attention.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad, really, because it's not what it's about. The fact is that the perfect relationship is if you find a girl who is just as empathetic to you as you are to her. So when you're in love with someone, you do anything for the person. And the fact is, you need a woman who is just as empathetic to you in that regards. If she's not, she's too self-absorbed. Time to move the fuck on.
That's true. And it took me a long time to really understand that about girls and myself, that I should have a standard. And I didn't. I always felt so low on myself. And I was just like, unfortunately, by the time I figured that, then I became disabled and it was a moot point. But I think we need to go ahead and start closing this up. As people are starting to leave and we've kind of gone a little past our time here. So want to do the closing stuff, Vanessa?
Yeah, it has been a lovely show. Thank you, everybody who has joined us. We went a little, let's see, it's been like almost 2.5 hours. So hell yeah. It's been a lot of fun.
Nice.
It's always enjoyable when we can have conversations and not really give a shit about, reaching the time. Some live streams is like, can I sleep? But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Triggers. At any time that you would like to come on again, please let us know. But
I enjoyed myself, and it was refreshing to talk about something non-political.
Yeah.
That's typically my shtick, so yeah, it's a nice change of pace.
Very true.
Knickers, when she says you can come on again, she literally means you can come on
exactly.
again.
This is the Macho Show, episode X. XX. Oh. But yeah, you guys. Whoa. Make sure you subscribe to Triggers. Do you have anything else that you'd like to show?
As far as what?
Just projects
where
where to
we
follow
can
you,
find
like
you.
Well, right now I'm working on the 6th episode, and for those who are wondering when it's going to come out, just understand that I work full time, and an episode takes about 150 cumulative hours to do. So it's going to be months down the road, and that's all I'm working as fast as I can, but it's not going to be. I can't rush it. Yeah, the next episode is going to be on Muslims, and I might have a few short ones in between before I reach it. So yeah,
midget Muslims. Why haven't we heard of this before?
Hell yeah. I love all of your videos. If you haven't checked out his videos, definitely do that.
I definitely need to do that, and I also need to follow you on Twitter if I haven't already.
Yes, on the twits.
I have no Twitter. They permanently banned me.
That would be
wow,
one.
really?
Yeah,
damn.
for criticizing Islam mostly. Yeah. You make even the most academic of criticisms towards that one religion. Yeah, they'll ban you.
Oh yeah,
they'll ban your shit for life.
Dude,
so Yeah.
This is completely random, but I just found a dildo on Amazon that like doubles as a fleshlight. So it's like a dick, and then the balls are also an ass. You can fuck.
So, in other words, what you're saying is it's a toy for couples.
Well, or a gay man. But yeah, I kind of almost want to add that to my fucking wish list because it's hilarious.
By the way, I'm going to be adding a fleshlight to my wish list for when my birthday comes around. And I wouldn't mind having a fleshlight, I'll be honest.
Oh my God.
You know what I would like? I would like to have one of those make your own dildo kits.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those things.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need one. I want to make my own pocket pussy. Oh, that would be interesting. I'm gonna make a body pillow, a Medusa pocket pussy. I also came up with the idea for instead of just a body pillow, a booty pillow. So it's just like my ass, and you can lay your head on my ass.
A Medusa pocket pussy. It turns you rock hard.
Exactly. That's the motto. Ding, trademark. Oh God. So Mad Cat, do you want to go on with your shills?
Yes, my shills, which you can find in the description box down below. I have my Patreon because I'm not important enough to block on Patreon, and I'm still needing money because every dollar counts. I'm trying to save up money so I can get health insurance, so I can try to get a handle on my disability. But I also use the money for day-to-day stuff since I can't work. So every dollar helps. I want to thank Ohio Dan and Reading Ren as my two contributors. I get about $30 a month, but that $30 goes a long way to helping me out. So if you have an extra dollar, I could use it. If you don't want to do Patreon because they are like the Mark Zuckerbergs of Facebook, have no souls whatsoever, I also have my PayPal down below there as well. Although PayPal is also evil, so if you don't want to do PayPal, consider buying my book on Amazon, How to Destroy a Woman Now, which was a book I made as a parody of How to Destroy a Man Now, which is a really awful book. So I'm hoping that one day feminists find my book, demand that Amazon take it down, and then we can pressure Amazon to take the first book down. So if you buy that, that gets me higher in search results, and it's a little bit of money that comes my way. And Modern Medusa's on the cover.
Yeah. So buy that shit.
Lastly, I will most likely be streaming this video on my channel. If anyone misses this or wants to come and chat with me in the chat, I'll be there displaying this video. So,
Hell yeah. And you already know where to find me on the Twitters and the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all that good stuff. And follow me on Twitch. Someone got me Call of Duty World at War for the PC, which is awesome. I tried streaming it today and it did not work. I don't know if it's because my computer is just too slow, or if I need to fix some kind of settings or what. But I'm gonna be playing that, maybe streaming it. But if I don't stream it, I'm still streaming randomly on Twitch. And
I think I'll get that game so I can play with you.
Do it. It's fucking fun. I love it. But I'm still gonna be recording it and maybe uploading it to YouTube. So we will see about that. So yeah, follow me on all that good stuff. You already know, if you want to send me birthday presents, you can send me stuff through Amazon. If you have an idea for a present that's not on there, you can message me on Twitter, and you can also just donate to paypal.me/medusasgorgons if you want to support me. No Patreon anymore because they are assholes and they don't like butts.
And I cannot lie.
Yeah, so don't forget to tune in next week for another episode of the Macho Show. Thank you everyone so much for joining us, and thank you again, Triggers, for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, and we will see you next time on the Macho Show.